The Sports Town Podcast.
As we see McGregor, it seems like McGregor is starting to, he's starting to cool down. He seems like he won't ever be the same type of fighter he once was. Do you think McGregor will ever be the same or even close to being the same as he was just a few years ago?
Well, I'm going to kind of go on a limb here and make a bold statement. One of the comments that Connor made in the octagon after the fight was over was that it's a savage business, right? I'm not sure that's the exact words, but you could tell that Connor McGregor was sort of feeling different about the world of fighting after that injury. I've broken my leg in a similar fashion, and it really gives you the heebie-jeebies when you think about if that could happen again. And, leg kicks are part of the game. So, I think McGregor's going to be hesitant to come back to the octagon. I think he's probably would try boxing again if he tried. But it's just sad to me that Connor McGregor couldn't, pull his ego aside and put in the real training and change his mindset. I think he kept the wrong mindset during that weeks prior to the fight, even though he was training properly. I think his mindset is what lost him this fight.
Yeah, and I think McGregor, looked a lot better than in January, but it seemed like, because the first, 30 seconds to a minute, I felt like he had control of the fight, and then he went to I think it was Daniel Cormier, I think he pointed something out where McGregor looked really good the first few, 30 seconds or a minute, and then he tried a submission, basically, and that's not McGregor. McGregor's more of a guy that would knock someone out instead of going down on the ground. But are you going to add anything to that?
Well, I was just going to say, the reason why McGregor attempted that is because he wasn't able to keep Dustin off of him, and, he was in I think at that point he was trying to get into full guard, and Connor just wanted to give him the headlock in order to stop him from going to half guard or full guard. So I think that was more of a defense mechanism on Connor's part, so I'll give him credit for attempting that. I think it stopped Justin from doing what he wanted to do for just long enough to get through that.
Okay, because it seems like, McGregor's more of a guy that will knock someone out instead of going on the ground. But I guess you have to give a lot of credit to Dustin Poirier for doing that, because he found the weakness of McGregor. Thanks for listening to the Sports Town Podcast, or the STP Pod for short. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and much more. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Sports Town Podcast. If you want to check out more videos of the Sports Town Podcast, click on the right.